How do you accept that you're only going to get older and that everyone you love will die? The fact that life isn't forever is what makes it worth living. If we were immortal, we'd just procrastinate constantly and be bored. It's an absolute privilege to know and love people, and yes, they die, but getting to know and love and remember them makes it worth the pain. I think that in its own way death is beautiful. Your particles break down and go on to sustain and form other life. The law of conservation of energy states that energy cannot be created or destroyed but simply transformed one state into another. Everything that makes up our bodies was previously something else and will go on to be something else after we die. I think that's pretty cool. You make new friends. Also, if you have any children, you will have them and your grandkids and your great-grandkids. I tell my daughter, who's 5, do something every day that scares you. Those are the things you'll remember. Make memories and you won't have time to think about the meaning of life. From my personal experience, what you're describing sounds like you might be struggling with a personal crisis. During such periods, we often feel stuck or lost or unsatisfied with the present, and so we start romanticizing the past. My childhood was so great, and become fearful of the future. There's only death and suffering ahead. Are you struggling with something at the moment? Maybe you find it hard to accept that you're getting closer and closer to 30? Lots of people go through that. As for your question, write down your bleak thoughts about the future and then try to assess them realistically. Use your analytical mind. Which thoughts are facts, e.g., we will all die one day, and which are just opinions, beliefs, e.g., my youth is over? Is a given thought balanced and reasonable, e.g., getting older means more health problems? Or blown out of proportion, e.g., nothing good awaits me? This should help you see that some of your thoughts are unreasonable or even absurd, which should lessen their power over you. Focus on living in the moment. Take pictures of everyone and everything, even the mundane things. Enjoy the company of your loved ones and ask them questions about themselves. Set goals for yourself and work hard to achieve them. Just live as positively and happily as you possibly can. Death is inevitable, and right now is all we have. Make the most of it. I thought, how can I make my kids' lives better than mine was? How can I be a better dad? Get dogs. My friend, 52-year-old here. It's good to be introspective on all the existential stuff, but don't waste too much time on those things. You will blink your eye and be in your 50s before you know it. That's a good thing. If I may give you advice that I wish I had the guts to use when I was your age. 1. Always be kind to people. 2. Try and have as much sex as possible. 3. Most important of all, follow your bliss. Make your career, or however you spend your days, something that you love doing. Don't believe the fear that tells you you're not good enough. For example, if you play guitar, then keep practicing and get out there and play. If you want to be a brain surgeon or a pro surfer, just do it. You've got one shot in this world, and there's no reason not to fill your time by doing what you love. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Circle of life, dude. We all have a shelf life. Yours may be shorter than your parents'. We never know. You understand life is finite. Make the most of it and plan fun often. Make the memories while you can. One of my best friends died in a car crash yesterday. I'm only 40 and he's among 4 people who were, or were like, family who have died already. I try to live in the present and be generous with telling people how important they are to me. I've studied mindfulness, and I choose to enjoy the pleasant and unpleasant parts. I came to that realization when both my parents, all my grandparents and most of my aunts and uncles died before I returned 18. I am 40 now and you learn to not only accept it, but to draw meaning from it. I am not religious, so finding a secular purpose and meaning is different. You know the time you have on earth is limited. Either everyone you know and love is going to die in you, or you'll die first, leaving all your loved ones mourning. That makes you appreciate the finite time you have with them more. You can't be depressed or sour about it. There's no time for that. Enjoy life, loved ones and hobbies, and don't worry about what's next. Because no one knows, and time you spend worrying about it, it's time you wasted and you won't get back. I don't even think about, like, ever. When I do, it's as simple as, oh well, that's something that it truly unavoidable. Basically, death can happen at literally any nanosecond. There is no reason to be controlled by something so inevitable, especially when it decides to take its sweet-ass time to get here. Just keep doing you and living life while you and those you love are here. Mourn them when they're gone, and keep moving. Wallowing in their loss will only ruin your life in the long run. I find comfort in reminding myself that today is the day I have best control over. And that for all intents and purposes is the best day I can make it. If you can do that daily, your level of appreciation for now overpowers most thoughts of impending doom or future loss. You can't afford to let the thoughts of future loss overshadow your enjoyment of what you have and can love now. Acceptance. Like taxes, it is going to come. Like weather in Fresno in the summer, it is going to suck. Change what you can. Accept what you can't. Live the best way you can. Don't be a dick. Accept it 'cause it's a fact. Picture a day when they're all already gone. Now think of the time you still have with them as bonus. No more petty arguments, resentment, jealousy, hate. Be kind, cantered, and make memories. By hoping that I will go first, not s. Avoid the regret you might feel when someone you love dies by making every moment with them count, and showing them in as many ways as you can that you love them. It doesn't matter if you accept it or not. How do you accept the sun will rise tomorrow? Everyone is going to die, and no one will know you 100 years later. Or maybe 10 years. This isn't about acceptance. Emo. It's about living. What does living in the moment mean? Let's say you stumble across a rattlesnake. You are shocked, frightened. Try to back away and be safe. Heart beating rapidly. Then you gather your wits about you. But for that brief moment, you were totally in the moment. You couldn't think about dinner or tomorrow. It was the snake in you. Focus on now. Right now you are alive. Be now. This isn't why I became a Christian, but I would say I take comfort in having a perspective beyond this life. I know some will dismiss this as the opiate of the people, but I don't care. The best part is you don't have to accept it. Life is Sisyphus and legacy. The principles you pass on will live a lot longer than you will. Your pain and suffering are worth nothing. What your life is supposed to do is be a canvas which you paint. Just do the best you can. Love hard. Be an example of what you believe to be the best example of human actualization you can. We are the limit of our thoughts. Sinusoidal consciousness. Breathe and begin again.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.